Hello. So today's lesson is going to be on wheel alignment and introduction to VD or vehicle dynamics. So what wheel alignment is? It's a standard automobile maintenance that consists adjusting the angle of the wheels. So the purpose is that it reduces tire wear, it ensures that the vehicle travels along a straight path and to take the best output from the tires. So the parameters are camber, caster, toe in and toe out, or static toe in and toe out, and steering axis inclination or kingpin inclination.
The part is toe in and toe out. It's classified into two parts: static toe in and toe out and dynamic toe in and toe out. So first we are going to learn about static toe in and toe out. Now what's toe in? If the distance between the front of the tire is less than the rear of the tire from the vehicle center line, then it's said to have a toe in. And if the distance between the front of the tire is more than the rear of the tire from the vehicle center line, then it's said to have toe out. Now look at these figures. So this is the vehicle center line and this is the front part of the tire, this is the rear part of the tire. As this distance is less as compared to this distance, so it's said to have a toe in, and this is the vehicle center line and this distance is more as compared to this distance, then it's said to have toe out. Now why do we need toe in and toe out? Why do we need? Basically it increases the straight line stability of the vehicle and also affects the tendency of a vehicle to turn into a corner.
Part is camber. Now what basically camber is? It's basically the angle between the vertical axis of the wheel and the vertical axis viewed from front or rear. So if we'll come to this diagram, here this is the tire and this is the vertical axis of the tire and this is the vertical axis of the viewer. Either he is viewing the tire from the front or rear. Then this angle is known as the camber angle. So we have three types of camber. Either it's positive, either it's negative or zero. So what basically positive camber is? Positive camber is that if the top of the wheel is farther out from the vehicle center line, then it's said to have a positive camber, and if the bottom of the wheel is farther out than the vehicle center line, then it is negative camber. And if the top and the bottom are located at the same distance from the vehicle center line, then it's said to have a zero camber. Now coming to the diagram here, so this is the vertical axis of the wheel and this is the vertical axis of the viewer, where from he is viewing either from the front or the rear. So this angle is positive, the wheel is at positive camber. Now where positive camber is being used? Why do we have positive camber? So basically it's used in trucks. Why? As you can see here, the tire is in contact with the road. See, this part is only in contact with the road and this part is not. So when you will apply load, the tire is gonna come back to this position. So it will increase the contact area or the contact patch of the tire. So one of the uses is that trucks are going to have positive camber because in order to increase their contact patch. And the second use is in tractors. Tractors use this type of camber, so in order to achieve low steering effort. Now the other part is negative camber. Why do we need negative camber? Why do we have negative camber? So its importance is that it's basically used to increase your stability. And the other part is, let me assume if I am having a vehicle, so this is my car and it's going to corner along a left turn. So this, assuming these are the tires, and this, if it's going through a left turn, this is the inner wheel and this is your outer wheel. What it does, when it goes through a left turn, as this tire is gonna be like this in a negative camber and this tire is gonna be like this. So while it corners along this turn, it increases the contact patch of this tire, making it straight. So when it corners, it increases the contact patch of the outer tire, which helps in increasing the stability.
So one more part regarding camber is, like if your vehicle is having a negative camber, and so if it goes through a heat or a lap, if the inner part of the tire is more heated as compared to the rest of the tire, then it's said to have an excessive negative camber, and the converse is also true. So now The third part is caster. We have two types of caster. One is positive caster and the other is negative caster. Now what caster is? It's the angle between the steering axis and the wheel center line when viewed from a side. So now let's look to this diagram. So first assume that this is the left front tire of the car and we are viewing from the left side. So if the angle between the steering axis and the wheel center line is in clockwise direction, then it's said to have a positive caster, and if the angle between the steering axis and the wheel center line is in counterclockwise direction, then it's said to have a negative caster.